Welcome back to another episode of First Touch. We're here again. This is Tuesday, November 30th. It's me, Dazerin. Joining me is Roll Dizz and TBates. Gentlemen, we back again for another one. Stockholm is here. How we feeling though today?
Stockholm is here, is near, and I'm so ready for it. What a fantastic day. Bates, how you feeling today, my man? Oh my goodness. Wait, what is that face? Wait.
What's my face? I'm vibing, man. It's a great time to be in Rocket League. We less than 2 weeks away. He's less than 2 weeks away from Stockholm. The first land in almost 2 years. Actually, probably 2 years on the die. Can't be that much off. It's pretty exciting for all the players and the cast and everybody else that's gonna be there. Can't wait for that show that they're gonna put on, and we gotta hype it up on FT. You know what we do?
That's right. 8 days until Sweden. 8 days. Next Wednesday is when the first broadcast starts for Sweden, and we are going to talk all about it. If you guys saw my tweet, we have Gibbs joining us today, as well as Retals. We're going to bring in Gibbs a little bit later, but before we get into everything, something happened last night that got everybody on their phones for a little bit. Rocket League Sideswipe, the mobile game, is global. We've been playing it. We've been playing it over the course of the night. I know me and Roll Dizz especially have been on it, but yeah, this game is actually really fun, guys.
Bro, this game is incredible. It's genuinely incredible. I didn't mean to cut you off, Bates, but my goodness. Bro, I sat on this game yesterday for actually 3 hours straight playing this game, this mobile game. Psyonix, kudos. I don't know who in the company came up with this. I know it was a full team effort. Oh my, thank you. You blessed me. You blessed me. You blessed many others. My goodness, I'm addicted to this game already.
So that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna let y'all hype it up. I haven't touched the game yet personally, but I was just checking some tweets earlier this morning, and I saw Raul tweeting out he played for 3 hours. I saw how some people tweet out it plays like a Smash, but for Rocket League. It's very, very interesting. I'm really excited to see what people can do. I also hear that people have already pulled off flip resets. Shout out Psyonix Ian. He's already pulled off a flip reset in the game, but he hasn't pulled it off in the actual Rocket League yet.
In the original version.
So I don't
didn't have to do it like that.
I don't know if the skill gap's a little less in Sideswipe. We're gonna see in the future though. And if you haven't played it, make sure to go download it. Tomorrow, where can the people download it?
Yeah, so it's going to be on the iOS and Android store. So pretty much, if you got a phone, you should be able to download it, unless you have one of those weird phones that I don't know anything about. That being said, it's a good game. It is easier to do mechanical stuff. Like if you just want to air roll, all you got to do is just like tap the left stick twice, and then you can just air roll. You can hold it from the start and everything. I've been doing that. I played with Gyro. We were popping off. He was doing ceiling pinches, all this stuff. Like it's actually a lot of fun. And like Sis loves it because it's like no bumping. But yeah, it's like 2D. And like the goals are like on the sides of the screen, so there's like a bunch of different possibilities. For me, it's cool because like it made me appreciate the actual game a lot more because you're doing all this mechanical stuff. But then when you actually bring in actual Rocket League in there, you're like, oh wait, no, this is the real thing. I forgot how hard this was. So yeah, Rocket League Sideswipe out now worldwide. Be sure to download and check it out. Everybody's been playing it, and that game is going to grow just as fast as the regular Rocket League.
Yeah, get good at it. Might be a pro scene coming up soon. We never know. Might be right around the corner. I don't know.
Look, I'm already trying to run a tournament.
Oh,
I need the spectator mode. I was looking at the spectator. I'm like, how does it work exactly? There's no spectator slots. Okay, we'll wait on it.
We got a spectator mode. It's raps.
It's raps. But something that we're all going to be spectating is going to be the major coming up next week, like I said. And to talk about the major and the major seeding, we're going to bring in the seeding expert himself. Anytime there's something super complicated, we go to Gibbs. And there he is right there. Gibbs, welcome to First Touch. How you doing?
I am no expert in anything, but I like seeding and I like formats, so I'm here to chat about it.
we love that. Well, we can't wait to get into it, Gibbs. I mean, once again,
feel free to yell at me. It's okay. It's allowed. You know, it's Swiss, so everything's gonna work out on its own. This is why we do Swiss first. All right.
I just want to say thank you for coming on. I know I appreciate it. I boys do appreciate it too. So, but
love you too.
Put the formalities and pleasantries out the way. Let's get into it. Hey, the Babber.
Yeah, that's right. So we have a graphic of the Swiss seeds that we're going to show on the screen. There it is right there, 1 through 16. Talk to us about just like how we ended up getting to these numbers for these teams.
All right, so real quick, so if we look at the top 8, we'll see Ground Zero game, and I think that's the one outlier. I think a lot of people are talking about the OC number 1 seed being a top 8 seed, but Sam is not. They are the seed number 9. That's because if we go back to the World Championship Season 8, I know it was 2 years ago, but we got to base this off something. It's the same exact top 8. OC they finished in top 8, so they are a top 8 team. So that's how we got those rankings down, and obviously like NRG, they're number 1. They are the world champions. So it doesn't matter that it's NRG necessarily. It's more about that is North America. So if NRG was not number 1 seed, it would have been, Team Envy or whoever. Then the other seeds kind of fall into place. EU's 2 and 3, then NA's 4 and 5, so on and so forth. Then we go down to the bottom. I think this is where some of the controversy is of like, where do you put Sam and OC number 2s versus the new regions? We decided to put Sam and OC number 2s as the 2 last place seeds to give the other regions a little bit of a head start. They are number 1 seeds, like in their regions, MENA, and of course APAC. So they got 13 and 14 seed. And because OC and Sam, they're down at number 2s because they have historically never won a match at a world championship. Like an OC 2 seed has, but then the OC number 1 seed would then go 0-2. So that's why historically they have not done well when we talk about international competition. So we decided to put them in 15 and 16. So that's the main points. Does anyone have any questions they want to present to me for this?
Yeah. So just for clarification's sake,
sure.
The reason why, if NRG didn't finish number 1 seed in NA and they finished where G2 is, and like you swap out G2 and NRG, would G2 be at that number 1 seeded spot? That's just because of like where, even though like in the World Championships they didn't do well, but just because like again that's just based on how North America overall did, right?
Yeah. So
okay.
The way we seeded was we didn't wait until everyone was known where their spots were. It was done way beforehand. It was just, all right, we have NA number 1. They will be number 1 seed. EU number 1 will be 2. EU 2 will be number 3, and so on and so forth. And then we just saw like how it all played out. But we didn't want to tell people that necessarily right away because you want to see it when we know what the matchups are because that's when it's going to be most hype. So that's why we did it that way. But the other thing was, so we got to play around with seeds a little bit. Obviously, it's been 2 years. No one really knows how these regions will battle it out. We just wanted to make sure that every match is an international match to begin. But after that, we're talking about Swiss. So round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5. Any match is possible. It could be NA versus NA, EU versus EU, OCE versus OCE. It doesn't matter. But for round 1, we can guarantee 8 matches that are all international play. So we tried to focus around that as well.
Okay. My specific question with this is, and I guess you may have just touched on it or not, but just some clarification would be nice. Yeah. So the rationale behind putting like NA, EU, NA was to try to maximize the chances of all international matches. What was the thought process behind putting EU at 2 and 3? So
behind the curtain, what I presented to the esports team, and they went along with most of it. The only thing they swapped, and this is because of Johnny Boy, so if you want to get mad, go at Johnny Boy. Okay. I had it like NA, then EU, then NA, then EU, and so forth.
Like that.
But we changed it for one specific reason. We wanted MENA to play versus North America, because that never happens. Like, Middle East plays Europe all the time, right? So sure, that is an international match, but to spice it up a bit, again in Swiss round 1, we wanted Middle East to play North America. So that's why we went with a little bit of 2 and 3 for EU. Plus, it's a little bit more fair to EU, because NA and EU, like, historically are incredibly close. So it like evens it out a bit. So we thought that might be a better version of it. And because, again, we want those international matches. And if you look as well, like OC and Sam, they will face one NA and one EU, both of them. So those regions will get to play both. Because who knows, maybe like NA is terrible. And then if OC was playing 2 NA teams, I know you guys will not agree with that, but then they might have an easier road than a Sam, right? So we wanted to maximize international play in round 1. But the beauty of this all is it's Swiss. Everyone's in the same pool. Anyone can be number 1 seed when we make it to a bracket stage. You just got to win your matches. So that's why we like to do it this way. Then Winter Major is going to be heavily like influenced by Fall Major. So we'll have more accurate places for all these regions.
Yeah, the fact that we haven't had a LAN in 2 years,
I know, man.
pretty much. Yeah, I honestly, a lot of people have been like harsh on the seeding just simply because they feel like some of the teams are better than other teams in certain placings. But I do kind of agree with this. I feel like this is fine. Like you're gonna see a lot of matchups. I think it's a super smart idea to have every single first round be an international matchup. I think it's fantastic actually. I'm so excited to see these teams like perform against a different region regardless of who the teams are. Like I'm excited for some of these matchups.
Man, it's going to be a blast to just watch these teams finally play each other when it matters. And it's going to be just a ton of fun. And again, this is just round 1 of Swiss. Everyone has 3 lives and they also have to win 3 matches. So it's only one baby step into the Swiss. And then we'll get to see those matches play out after that based on game differential and all that. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
I mean,
all right.
The bathroom what?
What are the arguments, T-Bates? I want to hear what you don't like. I want to know, all right? Because I think there is valid arguments, and that's fine, but we got to pick one, right?
I could tell you what Base don't like. He
Okay,
don't like
go
seeing Envy at 10th. That's what Base don't like.
Okay, well, I mean, the way that the seeding team has done this, they did it in an objective approach rather than subjective. I think that's only fair. They're basing it off of season 8 worlds. I mean, I guess that makes sense. And from the objective approach, I can't really argue that. It's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Envy being 10, I mean, ground 0. I believe ground 0, you got a little unlucky with that one, but it's fine.
So now at the same time, though, those 2 regions match up.
probably
NA4 versus OC1, and then number 1 in SAM versus EU4. So it still matches up well.
Right. But then my only real gripe with it. And once again, this is just a subjective thing, though. It's hard. It's hard to tell, but it's just the fact that Tokyo Verde somehow snuck away the 14th seed. But I believe that this is their first ever real time playing any of these major regions. I thought that was just automatic 16th seed. Me personally, but because I can still see Era and Renegades. Because Renegades, keep that in mind, like 7 and 15 seed for OCE, that split right there.
That's huge.
They're like right next to each other. Renegades are every bit as good as ground 0. So that's a way harder matchup for Endpoint. And NRGs also has a harder matchup, in my opinion, against Era than Dignitas is gonna have against Tokyo Verde. And that's just because that's like literally their first ever RLCS experience. So that's like I just felt like that was the 1 seed that maybe should have been set in stone. But I mean, it's not to me. It's all that's a subjective approach. I mean, you guys are taking the objective. They got the 1 seed, so you're rewarding them. And then after this is over, you guys are gonna go back.
And then, like historically too, we have given like OC and SAM seeds much higher seeds when they were like a number 1 seed. I think it was season 7 Worlds where they were 3 and 4 seeds actually for being number 1 in their regions to lead their groups going into that World Championship. So we gave them a little bit of a bump, but it's not much, right? We only gave them 13 and 14 between MENA and APAC. So it's a small bump. And so I do agree that on paper, like it does seem that way, but we got to see how it all plays out. And again, it's only 1 round of Swiss, 3 lives. So things will play out how they should, very likely, no matter what. But that is definitely one of the hard points because, like, I think, like, if OC and SAM number 2s actually did anything at any World Championship, maybe they would have been higher seeds. All right, so blame them. All right, because they've never won a match. So I mean, they've had their shot, but APAC has never had their shot. So
true,
yeah, it is what it is. But
y'all got anything else to say about them seeds? Roll as a player.
As a player, hey, you got to beat everybody if you want to make it. So
he gives you the wise old man player perspective.
But it's going to be fun because World Championship spots are on the line too. We only have 3 majors, and that will decide how many bonus teams will go from all these regions. So for Roll Dizz watching his viewing parties, he's going to be rooting for every NA team. He wants as many teams as possible. He wants 8 NA teams at Worlds because he wants to be there no matter what. All right, so let's get Roll Dizz to Worlds. That is our main goal here in North America. All right, so get some extra spots to give him a little buffer. He probably won't need it. He's probably gonna finish top 5 anyway. But you know,
Oh
We
Lord,
want
he's
those
gassing
I
ghosts.
got the Gibbs
there you go.
gas.
Come
Yes,
on,
sir.
hardest
Yeah.
working man in
I got the
esports over
Gibbs
here.
gas.
All
He's
right.
gassing ghosts. Throw him.
Yeah.
That's the most love Ghost might ever receive on this channel, outside of yourself.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know I'm not getting it from you. That's for sure. Thank you, Gibbs. I appreciate
no
you. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Oh man. Gibbs, this is definitely very informative, and obviously we appreciate you coming on and being able to like chat with us about it. I mean, it's definitely got to be like, how long do you guys like have some of these conversations in terms of like, you know, figuring out all this stuff?
So it depends. I think like I usually will be like, hey, here's what I'm thinking, and then they'll probably have their own version, and then we'll come together. And if they're close, then it's a very short conversation, right? Where it's like, all right, these seem pretty accurate. And then we were about to. Then it was Mr. Johnny Boy again. Was like, why don't we just have Mina play NA? We're like, that makes a lot of sense actually, because you know we want it to be truly international matches, and it's like that makes sense. 2-3 Europe, like I can see that. That is not a big fault there, because obviously, like at that World Championship, they tied for 3rd. So, but things like that happen where like different people will come in with ideas, and then whoever likes it, you know, like at the end of the day, the esports team has to like it, and they have to verify everything. So if you get mad about anything, blame them. But if you like things, go ahead and follow me on Twitter, you know, and just tell me how good of a job I'm doing, even though it probably wasn't me. But go ahead. I'll take all the credit. It's fine.
And you got his Twitter handle right there, right underneath his name.
There you go. Yes, it's very hard. I know my Brandon is not great. That's 000. So go ahead. Just at me. Say great job.
Yeah, well, okay, we'll definitely make sure to do that one, Gibbs.
All right,
Absolutely. If not, then we'll add stacks, budget Gibbs, to make sure we get that one. On there
Budget Gibbs.
Poor stacks, man. Poor stacks.
For poor stacks. But Gibbs, thank you so much for your time to be able to explain this to us. We really appreciate you coming on, and yeah, we may need you more in the future. I don't think this is gonna be the last time you'll be on the show.
Sounds good, boys. I'll be back. One day.
That's
a threat.
That's urgency in it. I'll be back.
Oh no, wait.
Oh wow. Later,
I'm
Gibbs.
feeling a little nervous. I'm feeling a little nervous. That was fun. Much love to Gibbs. Again, guys, please make sure you guys go follow Gibbs on Twitter. We absolutely appreciate him being able to come on and chat with us whenever he can. And that felt very informative. I'm glad, you know, we got that one out there, because of course a lot of people had a lot of questions on like seeding and how that was going to go, and it's good to get those explanations out and be transparent.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, go ahead, Baze.
I just want to say facts, and I think Gibbs also has a YouTube video up on that explaining it in more detail. Maybe I haven't watched it, but I think it might be out there to the public. So if anybody wants to go see that as well, it's there. But yeah, I just wanted to know that rationale behind the seating. Me personally,
it's like a unique concept to go and just have an international matchups for the first round. I think that's actually super smart. Things that you probably won't see. Like they just thought outside the box. They weren't thinking about what team is going like what team we think is the best all the way down the list. They were just like, yo, we need to put every single team against another region. So that I commend them. That I like that thinking that they had.
the thought process is pretty nice. Better than my thought process. I would have been like, yep, NA top 5.
Yeah, I mean, you know, for such NA bias is what they call it.
I would have put NA top 5. I'm not that crazy. I'm not that crazy. I'm not that crazy. I'm about to envy above 10 though. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, and like you said, the international competitions and stuff is like definitely very important. But now it's time to kind of get into that and talk about it. So we're gonna move on to our next topic here, which is, you know, the RLCS, and we're gonna kind of do like a quick recap of how we got here, because it's about to go down. We're going to start though with Europe and go into the EU Grand Prix, and then after that we're going to be able to, like, you know, talk about Europe. Again, of course, there was a lot that happened over that last regional event, and we do have some clips to run from that, so you guys can be able to, like, you know, see some of that competition, because there were some players that definitely ended up standing out in this last regional event for Europe, boys.
That's right. We got a whole highlight package. This one Raul stream himself. Raul casting the Semper boy. Semper versus BDS. Game 5. 0 seconds. Oh no!
I had to leave. You see that? I had to go.
He ran off the set. He ran off the set. Oh, here comes SK. That boy SK popped off this regional. Finally looked like himself.
He still lost.
Oh.
Oh man, I did not expect that.
Look at that double by the best player in EU. The
Now
Bapper.
that boy's dangerous,
You're
man.
taking notes, the Bapper. I
If
told you
there's
what that
one
man could do.
kid, man, in Europe that reminds me of Justin when he was on the come up, is this guy, man.
Oh my god, he's balling.
That boy's
Easy
unstoppable.
Justin, man.
Who's BDS? BDS versus by Tide. We got one touch out, Mark. Oh yeah, that's the air bump play. Spark, one of the smartest
Oh my
IQs in the game.
God.
One of the smartest IQs in the game. He's so aggressive, so deadly. He pre-jumped that off his pass. Watch. Mark moving out to Mark. Mark back to him. I got him. Come here. Here. Easy goal. Easy goal right there. That's a nice play by BDS. We got maybe some comments on them a little bit later. Oh, here go that boy. Jorius. Oh, no boost. Don't need it. Dunk. Bro, me and Raul were watching on his stream as well.
Yeah, watching Jory's, man, on this Dignitas roster, he is that backbone, man. You wouldn't even expect it. I expected Abjack and Jory's to be the front line for that roster.
Hold on, can I cut you off? Oh my goodness!
Nah,
The
they
Bapper,
allowed
I understand
this
you
kid
took
to
the
do
weekend off.
whatever
You
want,
took the
man.
weekend off, but you weren't watching this guy. You weren't watching.
No, that's different. That's top left.
The Bapper, he's not done. The Bapper, he's not done. Game 6 on the line, money on the line, top shelf, baby. That's what I do. That's what I do. That's what he be saying.
Bro, look, he got like 10 people patting him on the shoulders right now, bro.
Look,
He got the
Jory
whole
said I
year
got
on
him.
his
Jory said I
shoulders,
got him. He said I ain't worried about him. Top left. You know the vibes.
You know, that man got a raise after this
Oh.
tourney.
Here goes Go Set. Oh, that's a beautiful shot by Go Set off the corner. Off the corner. Charles said
I
had a
haven't
great
seen one of
weekend
them
as
from
well.
him in a minute.
Had a great weekend as well. Look at this. Nice side arrow, tight angle. EU really popped off this weekend, really showing that they might be able to compete at LAN. I'd love to see it. What we got right here? Oh, we got that man with the plan. Give me one more, please. Here. He's just a double tap machine, and it's always clutch. It's always for the clutch. 124 left on the clock. OT. And the money on the line. Let's put him up in the sky. Don't whiff that off the backboard. I'm never missing that. Never missing that. Never missing that.
I really did feel like I missed a lot, bro.
You did miss a lot.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Daze.
Yeah, you missed a lot. You missed Seiko establish, finalize. There should be no arguments anymore. Who the best player in the EU is? I think it's just that simple. I tried to tell y'all a couple weeks ago, a month ago. I tried to let y'all know. And then that boy Archie, go ahead and move him number 2. Just move him number 2. Just move him to number 2.
Oh, God.
I think he's solid right there. Roll, what you think about that?
You know, this is why we have NA over EU, man. Because, you know, Seiko is doing things that Justin did a couple of years ago. But as an adaptation that NA had to apply was we can't give that man no space no more. And Seiko, he's taking advantage. He has all the space in the world. You see him up in the air. He like, you gonna give me this. I'll take it.
That's
It's
right.
in your net now. It's in your net
net.
every time. That man is abusing the space EU is giving him. No one on the backboard. Oh, all right. I'll take
That's
it
free.
again and put it in your net again.
Hey, but you gotta
Seiko
admit,
is
though.
a dominant dog in that
You gotta
region.
admit though, that tight angle shot, that double that DeMar said, "Oh Lord."
It's nasty.
I don't think anybody's blocking that.
Hey,
I
he's nasty.
don't think anybody's
You're not
blocking
saving
that.
that.
Nobody's saving that. That's in
I'm
your
not
net.
saying he's not nasty.
That's in your
He's
net.
nasty.
That's in your
You're
net.
not saving that. You're not saving that.
You're the best keeper in the world up against that. Miss could be in that. He's gonna look shocked. He's gonna look.
Hey,
at
I'm gonna tell you one thing is that Envy probably won't allow that to happen.
Oh,
They're
they gonna
gonna be
get
on the
tested out.
backboard.
Thomas gonna be up quick.
They gonna be on the backboard.
Nick gonna be up quick. You already know Turbo gonna be up. Turbo don't play no game.
Exactly.
Everybody-
Turbo don't let you go.
Turbo don't let you keep bumping your behind. No free takeoff.
All right,
Yeah.
somebody gotta stop that man, because that man is doing everything.
He's doing
Facts.
a lot.
And Archie balled out. BDS, they had a couple good moments. Still seemed frustrated though. Obviously, we had. I don't think we're gonna talk about that specifically, but They did have the Monkey Moon tweets came out. About lack of communication stuff along that line. Subtweeting his teammates. That's something they're gonna have to figure out. And
Can't do
within the
that.
next, what was that? A week ago. So within the next 3 weeks, since that moment, 3.5 weeks, they have to figure it out. Because he's got to see these people in person. So hopefully they can figure out the communications. I understand that they're not. understand that they're not winning and all that, but at the same time, come on now.
That's gonna be
Come on,
the
that's their
funniest
teammates.
thing, man.
He said, you gonna have to see me. You're doing all that tweet. You gonna have to see me, bro.
You're subtweeting me, man. I'm be sat here right next to you. We're playing for money and for championship and for the land, and you're subtweeting me.
Nah, man.
Come on, bro. That's bad timing.
Nah, you
Bad
know what the
timing.
craziest thing is?
What's up?
Imagine he tweets on land.
Nah, he ain't gonna do that.
Ain't nobody, nah.
He ain't gonna do
Nobody
that.
doing that one, bro.
Nah. But yeah, hopefully they figure it out. Go ahead, the bad man cut you off.
No. I was going on my spiel.
You go on your
Come here.
spell there, brother.
No. I was just saying, like, that's how you know when a roster move is gonna happen. You got people like tweeting on land, like about teammates, like
It's chalk at that point.
at that
I won't
point,
be here
you
no more.
already, we don't even need shift. We already know the roster changes coming. It's just about
Right,
who will win at
right.
that point.
Right, and then we saw the one vitality clip. The only reason people, for those of you who might not have watched the Grand Prix, the reason you only saw one vitality clip is because the one time they were on the mainstream, they got absolutely dominated by BDS. They scored about 4 goals on one entire time. Out 54 dropped 1,000, and then like 970, and they lost both of those games. And I think 2 of those games were like 6-minute OTs. How you only score 4 goals in the span of 4 games, and you got to do drop 1,000 almost twice? Come on now, vitality. You're lucky you even at the land. So hopefully, I see y'all grinding. Y'all are all top 10 and 2s at least yesterday. I don't know about today, but hopefully they can ball out. You know, land dop shows up. And then lastly, we talk about, I think we covered all the land teams. Huh? Endpoint, BDS, Vitality, Semper, Dig. And we saw that boy Yuri's and we're always touching on him. He's a great third man, actually. And SK played really solid. And it was really Abjack who wasn't playing his normal. I think we're all can.
I'm actually kind of curious if that is like a thing we're gonna see, like a pendulum. Like one player is gonna peak, and then the other one just falls off, and it's Abjack and Scrub that are competing for that kind of spotlight.
Right.
If one is shining, the other one is just not relevant in the series. But hopefully it doesn't hurt them. I don't know if you want to see, like, who would you prefer to see show up, TBates? Because Dig is your roster. Who do you want to see show up for Dig in the
for Dick to win the major or do well in the major? It's gonna have to be Jory.
Yeah, just do well.
It's gonna be Jory is their best player when he's on. But Abjack is their most consistent player. SK finally stepped it up and he was mad in the first one, in the first whatever that was called, European Open, I think. The second European, what was that called? It's hard for me to get
BMW Open.
BMW Open. The BMW Open, SK was better and they won, but Jorius was unstoppable. He was unstoppable. That's why they really won. And then SK was really solid in this one. He's improved every time. Abjack has been Mr. Consistent, played a little bit less than he normally has. And Jory is had a solid first, dominant second, where he looked like he was legit like top 3, top 4 EU, and they pulled back a little bit at third one. So they're for them to win it though, it's gotta have to be a full team showing. You're playing the best of the best. You can't have two playing really great, one playing solid. All of them are gonna have to be great. So with probably Jory is being on that Seiko Justin type level in order for them to really take the W.
Jeez, I don't know if he could reach that, but he could try.
In that regional 2 at BMW Open, he looked like he was really unstoppable. But it was an anomaly, it was a blip, and that's why I gotta see that again for sure for him.
Yeah, it definitely got to look at more things. For some of these teams that have to step up, teams barely making it. Speaking of teams that barely make it, we got to talk about North America here for a little bit because we had the NA tiebreaker that ended up happening, and we got some clips of that as well as Complexity, because Complexity ended up taking that in a crazy 7-game series against Space Station Gaming. That was honestly, it was really wild. That was a wild day overall. That was actually a week ago, if you think about it.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Was it 2? Oh yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
The time flies, huh? But AJG, my man Slater tried to get up. I mean, it was tough on him. Slater's in a bad spot. There's not much he can do. AJG hitting shots like that and Shad off the mid. Ooh, this is why I was getting nervous. You know, I put all my buckets. You know, I put all my chips on the line for SSG to win this. Ooh, Complexity played really solid, man. You gotta really tip the cap to him, man. They came from Sam. All the pressure on them to show that they really are as good as they were, and I should say are. What up, Buster? What up, Bus? And shout out Bus. And yeah, they proved it, man. There's a lot of hard work they had to put in these next couple within the from the time they came over here. I think in July until now, because they definitely were not top 5 ready initially. But it's a lot of work, a lot of patience, a lot of dedication to their grind, a lot of commitment to one another. And even in the midst of them finding a new org, remember they switched from true neutral to complexity. So that's a whole different thing going on in the background that they actually had to deal with probably on their mental. So that's great for them. And it was really exciting to see them make it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not ashamed to say that I had my doubts against or for complexity. Like coming into North America, I had 100% doubts that they would even be a top 8 team, and they proved everybody wrong. They proved me wrong, and I'm glad that they did. I'm glad that they're representing North America at LAN because that team, my goodness, they are in sync. They are working together as a roster. That's what you love to see, and they're having fun doing it. So they came to North America. They proved all hate, criticism wrong. And now, listen, you got a bunch of fans now. North America is behind you guys. Go show what you about at LAN, baby.
That's why I have
At
Sam
LAN.
too. They have Sam too. Technically, Sam has 3
Hey,
teams.
yeah, Sam. Yeah, no, that's
Technically,
facts,
Sam has
actually.
3
Kind of.
teams. Oh, and they say North America only has 4, unfortunately for us. Yeah, the Babber.
I mean, regardless of what they think, if they do well, we taking them points. So
Yeah,
That's facts. Give us some points then. Sam don't get them
That's on
points.
them.
You don't
Listen,
get
I'm
them
sorry.
points either. Y'all can keep clowning all y'all want on Twitter. Johnny Boy saying it only has 4 teams. We'll take the points though.
yeah, we'll take
the
that. We'll take the substitution.
Nah. They a part of North America now.
Hey,
Listen,
I'll be
Sam,
Vamos.
you can have them back when they move back.
I'll be
Yeah,
Vamos
facts.
with them. Vamos with them.
Vamos.
We'll put the vamos in the chat.
Vamos aquí.
Vamos,
We are
put
here
the
in
Vamos
North
in the chat.
America.
Let's get it. But yeah, so really excited for them, and obviously SSG have some work to do. And we're gonna have our boy Slater on a little bit later. Maybe get him touch on that a little bit. See what what's in store.
Yeah. So that's it for North America. Next thing we gotta look at is Tokyo Verde in the APAC region because they are the APAC team. Remember, there's APAC North, APAC South. At the end of the split, they play in a head-to-head to see 2 teams from each one from North and South play against each other to see which ones go to the Fall Major. It's called the Fall Major qualifier, and Tokyo Verde end up taking it.
That's a nice shot. I don't know how it goes in though, but it's a nice shot. 10 how up high. Well, I mean, actually, I can see how it goes in. I can see how it goes in every single time, actually. They got mechanics over here, man. They freestylers. That's what they are. Ooh, nice shot, realize.
That's great to see. I mean, like that is great to see going into the major because like you want players that will take their time with the ball. So it's all high hopes for them. If they can keep that level of play, keep that consistency, and not fold under pressure, they might be able to do something. But you know, all the like just like complexity came to NA and had doubts on them. Everybody has doubts on Tokyo Verde, but I'm super excited to see what this roster is able to do when it comes to LAN.
Oh
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think all the teams at the major have mechanics, and I mean, we saw the clips and realized there's definitely mechanics on the team. It's whether or not you can take those mechanics against slower competition and apply it when the game is moving so much faster. Like it's a different pace and speed that these guys are gonna have to acclimate to. I don't know how early they're gonna get to the boot camps. I know we're gonna show you the boot camps a little bit later on the stream that people are already doing. The teams are already engaging in and participating in. I don't know how early they're gonna get there, but that acclimation, that assimilation into RLCS, like the top of the level RLCS play, like you take it, like I was saying, initially when Complexity came over, they weren't top 5 in A, top 6 in A. They were like top 12 probably, top 12, top 13-ish in that range. And it takes months and months of scrims and all that to reach that level. And honestly, they're probably one of the most team-oriented teams in our region right now, and maybe even in the game. Because they don't. I mean, Shad's the best player, but it's not like any of them necessarily are like eye-popping like Seiko Justin type level stuff. It's just they're all in one in sync with one another. So Tokyo Verde, I wish them nothing the best. I'm really proud of them. Realized finally gets a shot. I know we've been playing for a while, and all the guys have. So I just love how Rocket League's going more global, and then love to see APAC in there.
Yeah, we do. We love to see APAC in there. And again, like TBates said, best of luck to them. They're going to be playing against some teams that have been in the scene for a long time. Some other teams that are playing in their first land, like in the Middle East area. But there's also teams that, again, like I said, have been trying to, step up for the region. That's where we go to South America, where we look at Era and Furia because they make their way in here. Looking at Furia, a lot of people have high hopes for Furia, but Era is also another SAM team that are both fighting to really make or have a standout performance in Sweden.
Bro, which one you think is gonna do better? Just an honest question.
Fury.
Think Fury's gonna do better?
Fury. Yo, Fury, listen, man. I just, Johnny Boy, he's doing God's work right now, and he has some scrims on his stream. You know what I'm saying? And Furia, they recently scrimmed G2, and they took the scrim off G2. So I know.
NA server?
Know right now. Huh?
NA server?
No, they're both in.
No, they're
Sweden,
boot
right?
camping.
Yeah, they're all boot camping.
Oh, that was recent, like today?
That's
Oh,
recent.
yeah,
bruh.
I think like this morning.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm not on that Stockholm time. You know me.
Yeah.
But they
I'll
took a
get up
scrim
there
on
early.
G2.
Oh, they took a scrim off him. What was the set?
Huh?
What was the set?
Oh, I think. Actually, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, I
I
mean,
don't know, but I know they took a scrim
if
off.
they are imagine G2's pace.
I mean, yeah, listen, CJ predicted them to win. So, come
shaking
what
their
was
head
that
like,
world? Was that a world's prediction? I don't know.
I
He
don't know
didn't
what
win
CJ
winning worlds. He might be right.
So, yeah, I mean,
Don't say
out of
that.
any region, in my opinion, just going off of what complexity is done, I would say that they're probably the biggest threats to the main regions. And also going off of, I don't look too much on off-season tournaments and all that, but Intel World Open, I believe Brazil played really solid against Garrett, Chicago, and First. They were just getting an unfortunate ping. That the ping just wasn't in their favor, but they played them really tight. I think even Garrett talked about it. They weren't on like 150 ping. It might have been a little different, might be a little bit more contested.
All right, so we got some detectives in Twitch chat. Twitch chat, we see you, except for the weird ones that talk about drops all the time. But 5-1 against Dig, 4-2 against Endpoint, and lost 5-3 against Envy. So those are the scrim sets from Furia.
Oh, I got my boy Chris. I got my boy Chris DMing me as well. Chris says that G2 won 6-1.
Did
What?
G2 win?
I got lied to.
But
Wow.
then he also you said 5-1 Furia to Dig.
Yeah, 5-1.
Okay, what was the rest?
4-2 against Endpoint, and then lost 5-3 against Envy.
Dang, so they
Ooh.
lose against the NA teams and they're beating the EU
They
teams.
lose-
Well,
yeah,
that's
they
just
beating
unfortunate.
EU.
Oh, guys, EU better start waking up. Oh wait, no, I got people. I don't know. I got a lot of information coming, but I don't know exactly what's happening.
Yeah, we gotta get some info from a verified source. 'Cause
Johnny, I know you're watching the stream. What was G2 versus Furia?
I need
We'll
exacts.
have to wait on that to come in.
Oh yeah, EG 5-2 G2.
EG.
Oh my gosh! Wait.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. That's what's going on with the Sam. Let's move on. We got a lot of.
Right.
Okay, yeah. Johnny said G2 or jet lag, so that's just what we're gonna go with.
Okay.
That's what we're gonna move along. Johnny, appreciate you. He's giving me all the information. that
Okay,
goes
so he
along.
said G2 is jet lag, so I wasn't lied to.
No, I don't think you were.
All right, but
Yeah. Chris even said my G2's wrong, so it's okay.
All right. Cool. Life is good. But that being said, Fury definitely showing up in some of these scrims. They're hungry. They're ready to go. And we'll see how they do. But man, I heard the news this morning. I was like, I wanted to change my prediction bracket. I'm not gonna lie. But we'll get to that a little bit later. We got to talk about CRL right now, where the Fall Championship is happening on December 1st and December 2nd. I believe we have a bracket graphic for that. And the real question here is, yeah, there it is right there. Is anyone going to dethrone Northwood? You see Northwood White playing against UNLV, Bay State going against Columbia. We got to get the thoughts on the room here on what we think.
No, unfortunately. I'm not seeing it. Not seeing it at all.
no more. I thought you predicted Bay State last time, but you don't think they gonna repeat?
Nah.
All right.
Nah. I believe. Man, Discord Omar. I think he's back at home. I don't know if he came back over there yet. But if he's
Yeah,
playing
he's
on
back at
West,
home.
if he's playing on West Ping, ain't gonna win. Ain't gonna win. He said East Ping. I know Bay State somewhere over there in Boston, I believe. That's really good ping. We're talking about 10 to, we're talking about 8 to 14 ping, and now you're comparing to 80, 90. That's a big difference in terms of competitive Rocket League. They're not gonna be able to keep up with him. That's the best player, and you need him on the lowest ping possible. So I don't see them beating Northwood. And then Columbia, my boy Crow. Crow let me down a little bit in the Western Conference Championship. I didn't expect UNLV to be taking that one, but I need a bigger performance out of Crow. Hopefully he can step it up for this next this championship in itself. But so far I'm thinking it's just gonna be Northwood all the way.
I mean, I had Northwood back since the beginning, and you know, they might have taken something else, but Lion Blaze was, you know, he was sick. He was under the weather when Bay State, you know, got that fluke W. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. He's feeling a lot better, and he won't lose again. So,
Man, if you have to go to your own teammate and rely on him being sick or something, like it's the flu game, Michael Jordan style, nah, bro. Listen, I ain't giving him no break for that. You know the vibes. Come on now. I think that they just lost. And the only team I really, I mean, I guess I would still pick Bay State to be the second, but after that, I still believe that Columbia should be better than UNLV. But why are you laughing so much?
It was just how you said that. I just think that they just lost.
that's crazy. I'm gonna start using that for arguments on anything they say about MB, about G2, anything. They just lost.
Yeah, I keep it simple. So I think we're going to Northwood across the board here.
Yep.
Yeah, based on recent news, I gotta go. Yeah, Northwood on this one.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kyle really wanted Bay State to win, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
It happens.
It's all good. Yeah. So make sure y'all check that out tomorrow, Wednesday, December the 1st. Wow, we are in December 2021. Who would have thought? Not me. That's crazy. What? We're just moving along.
That's how life works, brother.
Time's flying. I really feel like I'm in like September, but it's all good. We're all the time's moving quickly. It moves fast. And then also the final day will be on Thursday, December the 2nd on the Rocket League stream. This channel, make sure you check that out, guys. It's the CRL Fall Championship.
Yeah, if you've been watching CRL, definitely make sure to tune in. We're gonna have obviously all the familiar faces, and we're gonna have some special guests as well joining us for the Fall Championship. So you're gonna want to be a part of that tomorrow and the day after that. So just keep it locked in, twitch.tv/Rocket League. But we're gonna dial it back in. We're gonna come back to Major Talk, and you know we got to bring in our resident expert, at least on North America, and just on talking in general. He's like a different type of TBates here. We're bringing in Retals coming in for our next one. Retals, welcome back to the show, I should say.
Hello. Can you guys hear me? Am I good?
Yeah. We hear you.
What's up, Damar? Welcome, Einer. I'm honored to be back on the First Touch podcast. Truly.
Why he said that like he had a script in front of him?
TBates made me wake up and run to Target to get a whiteboard for a later segment, and there was one left, and it feels like destiny today. It truly does.
That's right. That's how destiny works. That's how destiny works. You know how we roll out here. Slater, happy to have you on, my boy. Roll. Obviously, you can talk to your boy real fast.
Slater, last time I seen you, your hair was shorter.
Yeah, no, I need a cut, dude. This thing is growing out. I got the rat tail in the back. I got the chops on the sideburns. It's rough right now, but I got a haircut in a few days, so looking good.
That's crazy, man. You still don't have more hair than me. I'm sad to tell you.
I'll always have more hair than you.
Oh gosh.
Roll Dizz is bald.
Oh goodness. He can still be calling me bald, man. Come on. I'm on screen.
My man got headphone hair. He called him bald, bro. That's so lucky. So you know, first thing we want to talk about is is what happened after the Complexity series. Obviously, you know, it was one of those things where you go dark here for a little bit. Everybody was yapping on Twitter. I mean, if there was anybody, I mean, honestly, except us, but everybody had something to say. I think that you definitely probably set like a mentions record in terms of like the past couple months with that one. But I mean, what was that like for you? Because it didn't look pretty. It didn't look pretty.
Yeah, I had 500 TBates yelling at me on Twitter. It was ridiculous. I've never seen so much yapping, but rough split for us. Obviously not the results we wanted. 6 in NA is disgusting for a team with our skill level, but we had a lot of arguments. We had a lot of disagreements this season. Something I won't go on into detail on First Touch. That's more of a team thing, but we've talked it out. This break's going to help us a lot, I hope. Long team talks, a lot of arguments, a lot of discussions, but I think we're getting to the same page now. It's really just it. We had, coming to the split, we just had some issues and we couldn't really resolve them in time, and we just couldn't ice up. That's really what it is. We had, I think, 4 Game 7s. If we won one of them, we would have been at Sweden. We had Game 7 FaZe, Regional 1, Game 7 Regional 3 Envy, and Game 7 Complexity. We won one of them, we're in. Regional 2, we had a rough Swiss split. We actually lost to Roll Dizz right below me on the webcam. And Regional 3, we had a rough Swiss, getting reverse swept by Complexity and then almost losing to Charlotte. But it's just something we gotta work on in the future. We gotta take these, not lower teams, but these teams that aren't top 5, top 6. We gotta take them more serious because they can compete. Like their Shock was slippery, sitting on me like multiple times. So it's just something that we got to focus on. We kind of had a god complex coming into the season, not like first in NA or anything, but it was just like there's no way we don't make the major, right? It's top 5. We're second in NA right now, but just something we got to work on in the future.
Okay. That's why we love to hear. Look at the mature answer coming from Retals. Coach Chrome definitely coached him on that one. but also, chat. I know y'all probably clowning Slater because you said Roll Dizz is below him. Slater, Roll Dizz is actually above you.
Oh, he's above me. He's below me on my screen.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I just want to let you know that Slater knows his ups and his downs.
I do.
But yeah. So. I mean that was a pretty good response, and a quick analyzation of what y'all were going through. Obviously, from the on the surface level, we ain't gonna get into any of that nitty gritty. That's y'all's team business in and of itself. Y'all got anything to comment on that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
This is not for Retals. This is more for people watching. Y'all can't wait until after the man lose to start tweeting, bro. Like,
yeah. you wanna call out somebody in particular? I mean, I have no chill.
I mean,
I have no chill with me. I saw somebody tweet out.
You do some calls. You do some calls.
I'll call her Squishy Muffins, my man. Let me tell you right now, bro. And all the Squishy Muffins fans in the chat, you can come at me. I don't really care, bro. You cannot tweet out at my man Retals after he loses, bro. You don't tweet the whole entire season. You are quiet, and the moment my man loses, you have the audacity to go on Twitter and make him feel even worse than he hit in that moment, bro. That's uncalled for, unprofessional in my opinion, and unnecessary. If you actually were chirping beforehand and you want to chirp after that, we can let it slide. But if you want to chirp after the fact, when you don't say anything the whole entire time, at least publicly speaking, keep that behind closed doors, bro. That's all I'm saying. All the Squishy Muffin fans in chat, you come at me, you can say I'm a Retals fanboy. I don't really care. Retals my homie, I'm gonna call it like it is. But with that being said, I'm gonna still be objective with it too. Keep the trash talk clean and keep it consistent. Don't randomly come at somebody when they're down, man. That's not uncalled for in my opinion.
I would like to butt in on this, actually. I don't mind chirping me all you want all season. Don't care. It doesn't keep me up at night, I promise. But if you're going to do it, put some risk in it. Like, put back your word up. Like, do it before it happens.
Right.
It's like trash talking after the fact or after the result. So boring, dude. Like, where's the fun in that? Like, unprofessional, I don't care. Whatever. But if you only say it with no risk and just like, I don't know, not my thing.
It loses a little bit of its push, in my opinion. A little bit of like tenacity with it. Like, I don't know. Yeah. There you go, the bad, but I had to hop on real fast if you were calling out people.
Yeah, no, I mean, you took my soliloquy from me. I love it though, because you went off. Yeah. That I think that was kind of my biggest thing. Like, there were so many Retals talks. He talks before, he talks before series, and he'll even do some yapping after, especially if he wins. But he's consistent with it, and it's like it's fair play. But there's a lot of people who saw an opportunity and kind of jumped on it, and whether that be just memers for impressions, or whether that be other pros who just simply don't like him, or whatever the case
Which
may
is
be.
fine. Which is perfectly fine.
Right. Like whatever your reasoning is here is like whatever. But it definitely would be like something where it's just like, okay, we definitely see you just kind of taking advantage of somebody else being down. You not playing him, he's playing complexity. Like this is like a whole nother situation. If you wanted to do a lot of talking, especially I'll say this right now, if any pro wants to do a lot of talking, first touch is right here. Okay.
Facts.
can
Come on,
the
do the
stream.
Champion show. Come on the stream.
You can come on the stream.
stream
If
and
you,
talk
you
to
don't
us,
want to
talk.
come on the stream, then I mean, it's just to say it's just as public as Twitter. It's just as public as Twitter.
Even
So,
more public because we can quote you behind right here.
yeah,
Keep-
yeah,
keep
we'll,
it
we'll,
consistent.
we'll pull up the screenshots, but we ain't trying to do all that today. That's not what we're trying to do all today. But I am saying just for the future, maybe we will, because it definitely, Bates looked like he got his eyes set on some people. So you better, be a little careful. Be a little careful with what's going on them socials. We watching. But yeah, that being said, obviously,
Wait, does Roll have anything to say?
Like for the most part, I mean, consistency is all that is what matters to me. I don't chirp a lot. I do something. I think I did one time, but if you gonna talk, like the biggest thing I respect Retals for is he talks, and if he backs it up, he talks again. If he doesn't back it up, he still talks. He's talking every time. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If he loses, he's still talking. You cannot not say anything. And if he's talking to you before, you get mad, you get petty, but you keep it quiet. And then once he loses, you want to come out of the shout. Like, what
Come
is
out
that
the
for,
woodworks
man?
from out of nowhere.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Talk before you play. It creates something for the fans too. It creates hype. It creates moments.
It
and
creates a
that's
rivalry.
what-
That's what we
That's
need.
that's what I respect Slater for, Retals for. He's creating so much more content for the scene of Rocket League, even professionally. Because when he plays and he talks, you want to watch that match. You want to see if he's gonna back it up, and he does,
I
most
want
of
to
the
see if he
time.
loses.
Exactly,
And sometimes
you
he
wanna see
does.
if he loses, and sometimes he does. You can't win everything, and that's why I
right.
respect Slater. So I mean, keep doing you, man. Haters gonna hate. Keep doing you, Slater. You out here, man.
Thank
You winning.
Thank you.
The Badman, we about to move on to Stockholm.
yeah.
Okay, so I got one question then
Oh,
for Slater. Will SSG bounce back? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right.
Hopefully. We're told you. We got a lot of stuff to work on. We got a long break. I think regional one's January 14th. We got about a month and a half. That is a lot of time in Rocket League time. No, there will definitely not be a roster move. We're sticking us three, but
Hurry
we'll see.
first.
We got a long time.
That's what we love to see.
there you go. So yeah, that's that for SSG. But we gotta rotate back here because we want your thoughts as well on what's going on in Stockholm. First things first, as you guys know, a lot of teams have been boot camping over this past week or so, and we got our on-site reporter CJ. He posted a video on Twitter. If you don't follow him, you gotta follow him on Twitter. But we still have that video. Give us permission to use it on this stream, and check it out. The tour of the boot camp.
What up, guys? Thought we'd do a quick boot camp tour. Let's do it. Here we are, Inferno. Check this out. Some setups over here. Front desk. Check out the size of this thing. Unbelievable. More stuff over here. Little Xbox, little console gaming section. Studio where they, film stuff. We'll look at that in a minute. Some more gaming setups. This is the room you want to be in. I'll enter the secret passcode. Here we are. This is a setup you want to be in over here. Have a look at this. Absolutely everything's happening. Nice little private room. We come down here. This is a stage setup if they want to have a tournament over here. So they got little seats over here. It's pretty nice. And then we've got some other you know, weaker teams that are practicing down here. We might take a little sneak peek into this team. Let me know if you know who these guys are. That guy might have won a few world championships. There's me. So this is sort of the setup here. And it's massive. There's everything coming through here. Just more setups, and the works. Red Bull Sphere. I think G2 will be somewhere out there. But yeah, it's all happening. So yeah, thanks guys. Hopefully you enjoyed a little tour of the little gaming place. Love a little setup. Thank you. Shout out to Inferno Online. Awesome stuff.
That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
And go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like the place looks huge. Like that's the first thing I noticed. Like he literally had a whole full like Twitter limit video, like a 2-minute long video, and then I think he posted another one with G2, and G2's in a completely different area that I didn't see in that original video. So I mean, it's a huge place. I guess our initial thoughts is like, you know, we have a lot of teams playing in this bootcamp area. How do we think this is going to help the teams that are in Sweden right now, like playing, getting that early practice in?
I'm gonna let the two pros talk about that.
You want to start this later?
All you.
All right. Well, I mean, been to Spain, Madrid. Slater was there with me. You feel
Yes,
me?
sir.
And we did have I think it was like a week prior. It was just all scrims. All you do is scrim at LAN. You scrim, you relax a little bit, but you scrim because you're prepping for what's important, and that's to show up when it matters most. And I think it's gonna benefit them a lot. To boot camp initially, when you get there, you get set up and you get into a rhythm. You wake up on the proper schedule of being at the LAN, and then you're hard focused on what really matters and getting the chemistry down with your teammates. Even being with your teammates like the whole time is it's actually so fun. It's so enjoyable, and it just makes the overall experience so much better.
Yeah. Obviously you said Madrid. That was a good time, but I think mostly boot camps, like, you know, you get used to the time zone change. I mean, the Australians had to fly like 20 hours, 30 hours, something crazy.
Backwards too.
Yeah. And you just get used to you gotta obviously get your sleep schedule right. But I think the main thing is for the minor regions, actually. Those guys, their competition obviously isn't the same as a North American Europe team, and they're scrimming everyone. Like Ground Zero and Fury and Renegades, they're all scrimming like Envy, G2, Endpoint, Dig. Like I think this benefits them the most. And I was actually talking to the Renegades guys. Roll Dizz, they're scrimming 5 hours a day. 5 hours. For the people that don't really know, most teams do 2, and 3 is a lot. And obviously you think of 3 hours like that's not that much, but Rocket League, 5 minutes, you're going. You have a break.
Non-stop.
It's ridiculous. It is so like, try to play 3 hours of professional level scrims while calming the entire time. It is exhausting, and they're playing 5 hours every single day because they want to take advantage of the level of play that they're getting, and I respect it a lot.
That's tiring. And then and then on top of that, they're probably hopping in the ranked after that or something like that too, just to get into work. Ooh, that's a lot of Rocket League. That's a lot of Rocket League time. And Slater, since you're saying that it benefits the minor regions more than the major regions, how much so? Is it like make it to where the minor regions have a legitimate shot at making top 8? Like what's the thought process behind what you said that?
I did my predictions already, but I don't think it'll give them a crazy boost or anything, but I do have Furia cracking into my top 8. I think out of all the major or the minor regions, they are the team that they're fast, they're mechanical, and they are hungry. So we'll see.
That's crazy. South American team comes to NA. They prove themselves, and now we backing up South American teams. Hey, that's all it takes. That's all it takes.
Yeah, I respect it. Now, speaking of like South American teams, I want to get your opinion. We're gonna move on to our next topic, Stockholm. I want to talk to you about the seeding going into the major. Pretty much just kind of, we talked to Gibbs earlier. Gibbs gave us a breakdown on the thought process of it all, but I want to get your thoughts on what you thought of those first round matchups.
I think it's impossible to please everyone. I mean, obviously, the people that finish first in their region think they deserve a higher seed, and obviously, the people that play in the more competitive regions, North America and Europe, think they deserve a higher seed. It's you can't please everyone. It's an impossible situation. I think they did a pretty good job. I think it'll cause. I think they purposely made the seeding the way it is, so it'll cause a lot of international matchups, and I think Sonics did a good job.
Yeah, Gibbs came on here and explicitly said that. That's why it's great how you're already following that logic behind that. So that's nice that people can notice that. And yeah, I just want to. I know I personally want to hear what you had to say about it. That's pretty good. I really don't have any issues with it. That's what I was telling Gibbs as well. It's just I would put Verdi 16. Other than that, other than that, it's really hard. Like when you want to, whether you want to do 1 NA, 2 EU, 3 NA, or 1, 2, 3 NA, EU. It doesn't really matter, I think. But the Ground Zero Envy, I know a lot of people were a little annoyed by that, but looking at the seeding, it looks like Ground Zero Envy probably would have just been flipped anyway. So it would have been 7 Envy, 10 Ground Zero. You know what I'm saying? It's not that big of a difference. They're gonna play each other regardless. So I think they did a pretty solid job.
All right. Roll Dizz, do you have anything before we move on?
No.
All right, cool. Because now it's about to get a little spicy. We're getting spicy. We're moving into some territory where we're going to talk about teams and players, and we're going to throw some opinions out there. The first one we're going to talk about, though, is FaZe versus Vitality. That's the first round matchup. The question that's proposed to the room is who needs the win more in this particular matchup? Again, it's the first round matchup of the day, first round of Swiss for them. It's a big matchup for both teams, I'd say, to start compared to other teams. So I want to go to Roll Dizz first on this one. Well, what are we thinking here? Who do you think needs to win more?
On a first round matchup, I'm gonna say FaZe needs to win more. FaZe needs to win more on the first round matchup. They're a young, experienced squad. They don't have much LAN experience. AJ, I don't even know if Alu's had much. He might have had a couple dream hacks. I don't think he's been to an actual Worlds yet, or major LAN. Yeah, major LAN.
Valencia is his only LAN.
Yeah, and Vitality has all the LAN experience in the world, right? I think FaZe needs to get off to a fast start. They need to win more if they want to be successful throughout the rest of the tournament.
I saw Slater shake his head, so I think he's going to agree.
Yeah, no, I like doing this. I like being spicy and not having to back it up because I'm not playing. But I like the FaZe pick here because obviously Vitality, old guard, super experienced, not susceptible to tilt like FaZe is. We all know AJ. We all know First Killer. Very tilty, young, inexperienced. That cliche, or not cliche. That like typical mechanical, not toxic, but immature a little bit, we all see it. If they lose that first round matchup, especially the 5th team in Europe, that will not start well for them. Vitality, I think they can lose that and bounce back. Kaydop's been to, I think it's every grand final since season 3 or something like that. Like they're used to this, and FaZe loses that first round matchup. I don't see them bouncing back well.
The Baburn, you go first. I gotta see something.
See, I'm thinking, and my question was, okay, which one has the harder bounce back? And I think I got to go with the boys on FaZe here. I think FaZe is just harder for them to bounce back if they take a loss like that very early. They've pretty much brought out all the points for Vitality, and especially the way Vitality have been grinding. I think that they're ready to get locked in. They've had the prep. They've had the kind of like live experience. We've seen them boot camp before. I think they're going to take this very seriously. Even if they do lose, I think that they'll still make it through. Swiss. Wait, actually, do I? Well, it depends. It depends on certain things. Depends on certain things.
Interesting how y'all went FaZe. I think y'all all went FaZe just based off of the lack of LAN experience and then the potential immaturity that might come across as after they lose a series against the champions, which are Vitality. But let me tell you something right now. Vitality, they need to win more, man. They just need to win more. They need to win more, and I'll tell you why. Because first off, they don't look good. They simply don't look good. I don't care how much they've been grinding. It happened the last time we all saw them play Rocket League. They didn't look solid at all. It looked like Alpha 54 versus the world. Kaydop and Fairy. I was wondering what in the world, what were their purposes on the field? What were they going to bring that was going to help Vitality win? And I couldn't see it. I don't think anybody could see it. I think if we all sat here and honestly asked ourselves that question, we would all come to that conclusion. And with that being said, given that's Vitality's gameplay, at least from what we've seen, has been subpar. If they were to lose the first set, you're talking about playing like a Sandrock. You're talking about playing like a Ground Zero, an Envy, a Complexity, a BDS in the second round. FaZe has a much higher chance of beating any of those teams than Vitality, in my opinion. So if FaZe were to lose 0-1, if they could get past the potential tilt or potential lack of land experience, it might even be good for them to lose the first one. Take a little pressure off of them. Then they play a team that once again still could be really solid, but they have the skill level to win the whole entire event. More so than Vitality, in my opinion. So I'm not seeing FaZe needs to win more. I think both teams have been a little bit inconsistent in Swiss, and I think that FaZe has looked better than Vitality throughout the whole entire split.
Yes.
I see that.
I just see like for example, I just put 3 O's in this whole entire Swiss thing, and right here just to test it, I need to check it. If Vitality would lose, if everybody with 3 of everybody, Vitality plays Sandrock. Apparently, Sandrock's been looking good at scrims, y'all. Sandrock's not on scrubs either. So I mean, like, and they played Vitality before, so like they have that experience against them. They obviously have scrim experience against them by that point. They can match them. They're going into the series. Who's the faster team? I know speed isn't everything. Who's the faster team, generally speaking? Who's the more mechanical team? I think we put our side that's Sandrock.
I have firsthand experience Vitality online. I've played them twice. Montreal and Worlds, lost to him once.
It's been a long time.
It has been a long time, but I guarantee they'll play the exact same. Vitality, every time they're on LAN, they sit there and wait for an opponent to make a mistake, and then they counter on it. And the fast teams like FaZe, like G2, like Sandrock, they always play into it every single time without fail. That is why I think we will see Vitality beat FaZe. I think FaZe will come in super jumpy, super nervous, and Vitality, they'll just wait for it.
Ooh, me personally, I think Vitality needs to win more, but I got FaZe winning regardless. So I got FaZe beating them, but I think Vitality needs to win. Just personally speak, just off West.
Yeah, it's close. It's close because both teams are like, it's like you can make an argument for both sides here realistically. For me, I feel like it was kind of more like Vitality started slow and now it's starting to kind of ramp up a little bit more. Whereas like FaZe had that kind of like drop off where they won one and then they they had that bad Swiss afterwards. So it's like it's just weird to kind of feel out where they all place and kind of who needs it. That's going to be the matchup to watch, I think, day one. There's a lot of matches, I'd say, that are happening, but that one's going to be really interesting because we really get to see where they're all at.
We can get chat interaction in this, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
chat.
Let us know.
Chat, let us know what you think. If you think FaZe needs to win more, put 1. If you think Vitality needs to win more, put 2.
That's very simple.
I know it's in slow-mo, but yeah.
Yes, Johnny. I know SRG G2. That is a good matchup too.
We're saying a lot of 1s and a lot of 2s. It's impossible to tell. I think there's more 1s. I think there's more 1s. I don't know how to tell that. Yeah, I can't tell. I think it's dead even, maybe.
It is actually.
No, it's just crazy because it's a tale of 2 stories. You got FaZe on one side, they started off super hot and flopped. And you got Vitality who started off super bad and they bounced back. So if there's a team that's gonna have a shake
Vitality
back,
really bounced back though. Are we really saying that? Like second regional,
they were dead last.
They were literally.
I know it was dead last, and then second regional was 4th or 2nd. What was it? It was either
second regional,
lost in the finals, right? And then third regional quarters, and then lost. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't think so.
They didn't look great at the end.
Oh no, yeah. No, when they in quarters.
Third regional, they got lucked out by Semper, I think.
Yeah, Semper made it for them, and Vitality scored 4 goals against BDS.
That great at
They don't look that great. That's why I think they need to win more. I know they have the land experience, but I mean, they don't look good. And like if you don't look good, I think you're even more susceptible to losing to one of the minor regions come that second round of Swiss.
But they know that, and I think I have information saying that they have been grinding. All three of
Alpha
them are
does
like,
have 90 hours past 2 weeks.
yeah, they are
which is-
grinding.
It's not Alpha. It's not Alpha who's the issue.
It's never Alpha that's the issue.
Alpha's
But
fine.
he
That's
he's
Vitality
looking
54.
Vitality
Alpha's
54.
fine. The other two need to step up. That's just me.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So we got 3 phase, 1 Vitality. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that.
There's
Next,
ones in chat. Chat definitely went phase too. So I'm in minority by far.
okay. Next team that we have that we're comparing head to head is the BDS versus Complexity matchup. Obviously, we know Complexity. That's our NA team that we took from Sam, and then BDS, who I probably kind of put them on the same wave of Vitality in terms of expectations. Especially after that last event they didn't do so well in, and then we got the Mickey Moon tweet. Both of them, I mean, Complexity, they have a lot of momentum, but BDS has been looking kind of rocky here. I would probably say BDS needs to win that one more.
Yes, 100%. Because
Yeah.
BDS, we all saw the Monkey Moon tweets. Granted, I think it got blown out of proportion a little bit. I think that team just doesn't know how to lose, and he can't really handle losing yet. It's not really on him. They were just so dominant last season. Complexity. I said it so many times before it happened. If I was gonna lose my major spot to someone, I was glad it was them. They are the grindiest, most passionate team I've ever seen come through Rocket League. They're all hilarious. Like I love all 3 of those guys. That team. It's kind of like an endpoint. Like we sit endpoint going down 5-0 and they're just laughing and giggling. Complexity, their bounce back is going to be insane. I do not see them needing a series here to perform the rest of the tournament. BDS, on the other hand, if they lose to the 5th team from North America and Monkey Moon's feeling like his teammates aren't playing too great, then that could be rough for BDS.
Yeah, what he said, BDS. BDS needs it so badly.
Yeah.
They need
If
it badly.
BDS loses, Monkey's gone. He's
Monkey's
leaving.
gone. He's tweeting.
He's leaving Sweden.
He's calling Astro. Astro, get off that team. Carmine got a spot. Nah, actually, no, we're gonna bring you over here.
They're gonna make something work.
Mark by 8. Mark by 8 gonna be gone by 8. You want me? He
Gone by 8.
He gonna fly him out the first day. He gonna fly him out the first day. Say we just not gonna play no more. We're done. We're done now. We'll
Why
catch
you
you on the
say that?
next. Astro's coming.
Gone by
Play.
8.
Gone by 8, man.
That is so unfortunate, bro. That is actually so unfortunate.
Yeah, TDS definitely need that. They need to win. I even think they would need to win handily.
Yeah.
I think BDS needs to win more than anyone else in their first round match. Anyone.
Mm-hmm. And that's what. Would you say like they need like a 3-0, like they need a convincing win, or they just need like the win? Like what if it's like 3-2 tight?
They just need Monkey to be satisfied. Whatever, if he feels like they can be 3-0, 3-2. As long as Monkey is fine, then they'll be good. If Monkey feels like his teammates didn't play too hot, even if it's a 3-0, it could be rough for round 2. I don't know. We'll see.
It's not looking good for you.
I mean, that's a great answer. I mean, that's hitting the nose on the head right there. I mean, that's just
Exclamation point help
yeah,
for
exclamation point
BDS.
help for BDS. I think it's a full cash for BDS right there.
Yeah.
And
could you imagine being marked by 8 though? Like seeing like not having your best land, whatever comms, and then seeing those tweets from like the best player in the world, like oof.
Yeah.
He's in the hot seat.
He's in the hot seat. And it's sad too, because he's
Alu's in the hot seat as well.
Oh,
we all know it. We all know it. Fans, casters.
Oh,
come on.
Lord.
Well, drop them bombs.
You guys know it just as well as I do.
Oh no.
We all know you have to say it.
Help.
Why do you say it?
I don't know, man.
All right,
Chirping.
Listen. Get your grind on if you have Sweden. That's all I'm gonna say. Next matchup is Semper versus Furia, and this one this is kind of tough for me.
Yeah, I don't really know the personalities on either of these teams very well.
Well, I do, and I'm gonna tell you,
Oh.
it's Semper. Semper needs to win more.
Oh,
I'm a huge Semper fanboy, and I think South America as a region, those players are super hungry. Complexity has proved it. Furia they're gonna prove it. That region, they don't give up. They don't back down. They're there. They want to win. Semper, as much as they want to win, if they start struggling, especially against a minor region, I think they're gonna tilt, and it's gonna harm them. So yeah, I got Semper. Semper needs to win this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Semper.
you have to think about it. You want to think about it
You
some
good,
more?
TBates? What you looking at?
I'm not looking at anything. I was looking at everybody. I was just thinking deep in my brain.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you think. I'm gonna let you think of more on that.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
take
gonna
it
say
back.
I'm gonna say Furia here, but not because I think it'll help it'll make their run worse if they lose. I just think the momentum that they'll get off of
Mhm.
winning
Yeah.
will carry them into the
I'm gonna
bracket.
piggyback off of you.
Yeah, they're like if we know Complexity is a momentum team, and it's kind of like the same thing for Fury here as well. Like obviously we know they're doing good in scrims right now, but scrims are scrims, right? So if you see that translate from like scrims onto the field, I think that they'll get a boost not only from that, but they'll
Especially in the
also
first series.
yeah,
Right.
they'll also have all the other teams looking at them like, oh, they're
They're legit.
They're here.
yeah, they're on
They're here to
today.
play.
You know what I mean? So I think I gotta go with Fury for that one just because like they're that team that people are looking at but don't really know for sure. And if they
Right.
cement it, then that'll be big.
Right. Yeah, that's why I paused. Yeah, just getting the information how they're playing in scrims and how they've been dominating so far. And like you said, scrims, they're not the end all be all, but that does give a team some confidence. Definitely going in. If you can translate the scrims into the field, especially in your first series, that momentum will go. They might be one of the most mechanical teams at the land itself. So that's dangerous for a lot of people. So I got Fury.
Yeah, I think I have Semper here. I don't really know the Fury guys all too well, other than very talented, but I know Archie a bit. I know losses like this can get to him, and I mean, he's the best player on that field. He's going to be the best player on
is.
those fields that he's on.
Mm-hmm.
If he sees his teammates, not doing too hot, getting outsped by these fast South American teams, it might not be great on the mental.
Right. So yeah, 2-2 chat. I'll come back to you. Chat, if you think Semper needs to win more, type the 1. If you think that Fury needs to win more, type the 2. We're kind of split 2-2 on the desk here on FT, and we need y'all to decide. But I think we all have make compelling points. Person, let's see what the chat has to say going on here. There's a lot of ones. There's a lot of ones.
Which one was that for?
that was Semper. That was Semper all day, every day.
Chat knows what they talking about.
Yeah.
I like it.
Semper needs to win more. Chat says the boy Origin needs to win. All righty. All right. What are the matches? Somebody says that's in a week and a half. I believe.
A week and a day.
Week and a day. Never mind. On the
December
dot.
8th, that Wednesday. Yeah,
December 8th. That's when Stockholm starts. But yeah, that was a cool little breakdown. There's the last one for the interesting the first round Swiss matchups. Unless Slater, you got something that you think is interesting that we didn't touch in the first round.
Let me see.
The only
You guys talk.
close.
Let me look at the matchups really quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say the another close one is like G2 Sandrock.
Yes, that'll be such a fun match to watch. They're so fast.
Both
Yeah.
teams?
Yes,
Yeah.
so fast, so mechanical. That'll be a good one.
Other than that, though, I don't think anything else is too
The
interesting.
only match I see.
I mean, Ground
that
Zero
could-
Envy could be good,
Ground
maybe.
Zero Envy could be good if Envy comes out weak and Ground Zero comes out fast.
Mm-hmm.
Envy is known for coming out slow. The United Regional 3, Regional 2, first matchup Swiss. I think it was Regional 3.
Regional
When they
3.
lost that game 5. I mean, Miss didn't sleep the night before because that's Miss. Maybe we'll see a repeat on the major. I mean,
I hope not.
you might
better
the
get to
machine, the
bed.
machine might not get some sleep, but they are historically known for coming out a little slow. So we'll see. Ground Zero could Amphis. He could come out.
Memphis could be the truth. He could be the truth. So we gotta see about
I'm
that.
excited to see him. He's streamed like 3 times a day, every day since he's been in Sweden.
For real?
Yes,
Sheesh.
I've been watching that dude stream so
Them
much.
boys are grinding.
He's grinding. Yeah.
That's facts. Okay, we got to move on though. We got to go to our head-to-head topic.
Get the whiteboards out.
Oh, I'm ready for this.
Hold on.
Wait, he gotta Roll Dizz gotta get the whiteboard. I knew that was gonna happen.
He didn't have his whiteboard ready?
Oh, wait, he might.
Where the
Random
whiteboard's at?
target.
Chat, I'm gonna chat. You guys can participate in this as well. For this one, for this chat, the names that pop up on the screen, make sure to type out the full name.
Yeah, type out the name. Type out
Type
the
out
name.
the name that you choose.
I'm excited for this.
And yeah, we got a couple points here, 5 to be exact. I ain't gonna keep it too long. Basically, just a head to head. We got some names, maybe even some cast, maybe some matchups in here. We're just gonna decide.
This is about the major, right? Like
About
not
the
this,
major.
Yeah, the whole major. Just so you guys have that
About
context.
the major. That's the context. That's the field we're in. I just want to know, everybody, are y'all ready?
Yes.
Hold up.
I'm
Y'all
ready.
see- I don't know if y'all see it on the screen right now, but we're gonna ask right here and right now. Kaydop versus Turbo. Which player needs to step up more for their team and why? I'll give you about 3 seconds, about 5 seconds to write that down.
Hold
Chat.
I gotta think. Whoa.
Okay, 10 seconds. 10 seconds to
10
write it
seconds.
down. Chat, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of time. I'm about to tune back in and see what y'all are saying. Had y'all minimized here. All right, are y'all ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
All right,
Damn.
Flip.
He said both.
He said both.
All right.
All
right.
Both.
All right. Kaydop. He has Monkey Moon on his, or not Monkey Moon, sorry, Alpha on his team. Go. 90 hours past due. He wants this. He underperforms. If I'm Alpha and I'm on the inside looking in, Kaydop's my number 2 option. If Kaydop underperforms, like Fairy's been doing this whole season, I'm out. I'm out of there. So that's why Kaydop needs to perform. Turbo, Atomic, go right now. He is performing. Top 3 NA at the moment. Book it. Major, top 3 NA. Mist, not having his best season, but it's still Mist. Turbo underperforms. He's out. He is out. You know Atomic, you know Mist. The younger players, they like the roster moves.
The younger players, they like the roster moves.
Turbo has been held on this roster for LAN. 2 years later, we get a LAN, he underperforms. He's out. He's out. That's why both need to perform.
Okay, well,
Alright,
Slayer's
yeah,
answer was a little bit of a cop out. I don't know if we can take his answer to be serious, but he gave good points. The
He did give good
bar, I
points.
believe you had Kaydop,
Yeah, Kaydop.
and
Listen.
Raul had Turbo.
All right, Kaydop.
Oh, everybody had Kaydop. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. Listen, Kaydop. Look, listen, okay? I went on Johnny Boy stream and I put you in the top 5 because of the Kaydop effect. So you gotta make at
Yeah,
least day
Turbo in the
3.
top 5.
Top 5?
No, he had
Yeah.
Turbo and Kaydop in the
I
top
had
5.
both of them in the top 5. But listen, it's because it had an asterisk next to it. I'm the only person who had the star next to it. And the reason the star was next to it was because Kaydop has to go off. We have to see a Kaydop effect. 2018. Yeah, shout out to my boomers because that's what I'm bringing up. Yeah, I just feel like Kaydop has to have a better performance overall, not just because of like the GOAT conversation between him and Turbo, because we're comparing both of those players to each other. I think 1 for the GOAT conversation, but 2 also just for his team and keeping his team together. I think that's why I would need Kaydop to step up there.
What you laughing at, bro?
Johnny Boy said in chat, Dazerin, quote, Kaydop will be a top 5 player if he is.
Oh, we're gonna hold you accountable to it. Daz.
Roll. Go ahead.
All right, I got Kaydop. Kaydop needs to step up for his team. It's Vitality 54 right now. He's the only one stepping up on the team. So Kaydop, he needs some help. You're listening. He needs some help. Help him on LAN. This is what you're known for. You're known for the LAN presence. Day 3 Kaydop. It is a nickname that everybody gives you. Also, you're trying to catch up to Turbo. He's a 4-time. You're a 3-time. You need to step up.
All righty. I love to hear that. We have a
There you go.
Slater. I guess we'll count Slater as a half vote for both
If
of
I
them.
had to go, I go Kaydop.
Okay.
We running out
nice.
of time, my boys.
All right, run out. Oh, we can move a little fast. All right, so we're gonna move a little bit faster. Speed running. Next flip, I believe chat also went Kaydop. Next flip, I believe we have a new top. Ooh. Okay. I think this one was next. I guess Amphis versus Yanks. Who's gonna show out more for their respective region and also for their own individual skill? We got OC, arguably best player in OC, versus Yanks, arguably the best player in Sam. Give y'all 5 seconds. 5,
I'm gonna look to see how to
4,
spell that dude's name.
3, 2, 1. Flip.
You see that?
Okay, we got a full desk saying Yanks, and I believe the chat is also saying Yanks. All right, one of y'all explain why.
I'm on it.
All right, go
I
ahead.
see. I wanted to put emphasis. I think they are pretty identical in terms of skill, but I see Furia as a much stronger competitor than Ground Zero. So that is why I put Yanks.
Y'all agree with that real
Simple.
fast?
Yep.
Yeah.
All righty. Next one up. I believe chat's also going Yanks as well. So that's a full desk. That was pretty easy. This next one might create a little bit of switch up on the desk here of itself. Seiko versus Justin. I kept out FK. Kept it clean. Seiko versus Justin. Who's gonna be the best in the world by the time this major is over? Oh, hold on. Oh, they rolling out fast.
Yep.
Chat.
It's
Okay.
quick.
You
Chat,
don't
give
know thought on
y'all
this.
5 seconds to count to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip them.
Yeah, okay.
That's
Oh!
right.
Yeah, you don't need thought. You don't need thought on
We
that.
got-
Come on
we
now.
got-
He's
we
done
got-
this
man.
before. He is
Come
like
on, man.
that.
We got Justin Undisputed on here tomorrow.
Justin Undisputed.
Go ahead, one
Listen,
of y'all.
bro.
Go ahead.
Listen.
Tell
I've
him.
doubted this man plenty of times, and he comes out on top, even when he's slacking, even when he doesn't want to play the game. He comes back and he dominates the best region in the world. That is North America. Seiko, you're dominating Europe, and I'll give you credit for that. But listen, they do not cover you in the air like they do in North America for Justin, and he's still putting up these numbers. Justin will be the best player in the world. Come land.
Okay, chat.
Oh, God.
Chat seems conflicted. I think the Seiko versus Justin, I think it's pretty tight. I can't really tell. We don't have a poll. But I think the chat's pretty say y'all, this is the fastest y'all flipped on all of them. So, all right, me personally, I'm going to go with my boy Justin as well. I think he's just that guy. That's why he's number 1 in the world for me going after the world on Johnny Boy stream. Next flip, please. Ahmed versus Drees. We got G2 versus Samrock. We got Ahmed, one of the most hyped up players. You finally get to see him on land. We got Drees, who's playing on G2. He's balled out. People doubted him coming in once he was announced on the roster. He's performed. They just won the last regional for NA. Who's going to have the better land debut?
We waiting on Retals.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, flip. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Raul, you go first. I mean, not Raul.
Drees,
DeMar,
man.
you go first.
Yeah, go
Well,
ahead.
that
Go ahead, man.
boy, y'all better stop sleeping on that Sarah gaming now, okay? Because you already know, anytime they get a chance to show out, they always show out. And this is another proven ground stage for them. They're gonna pop off. I go on a soliloquy. We don't got that time for that. We got like about 4 minutes left. So, it's Ahmed for me.
Okay. We got Drees, Raul, Slater. One of y'all go.
No, you
You
roll.
want to take it, Slater?
All you.
All right, listen, young boy, he's been doubted the whole time. Drees, replace Drees. The kid comes up and he performs. He performs every single time, and you just give him it was a matter of time before he won, and he's still showing off. Man, if you don't give that man a starting spot and stop telling him to replace him because he deserves it, he's popping off this lane.
All righty. Slater, I think you co-signed that.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think Ahmed's gonna look. I think they're both gonna be excited. I think Ahmed's gonna look a little better though, because he's the best on his team in my opinion. And Drees is gonna be filling his role. Ahmed's gonna look sensational though. I think they're both gonna be really great. All right, last one for the head-to-head before we move on to quick hitters. This is a funny one. Stumpy versus Yummy. Who's gonna be more biased for the region on the stream? Yummy Cheese Man's from OCE. Stumpy, you guys know, is from EU. They're both pretty biased.
That's facts.
Y'all ready? Flip.
Yep. Really?
It's not close.
It's not close. Explain to me why it's not close.
Man, the amount of times I talk to Stumpy, that man's hard-headed. I can't get through his head, man.
That's
His thick
facts.
skull. Listen, you mean he at least has a little, he thinks about the things, bro. Stumpy, he's all in on something, and he's just the most biased, man.
Go ahead, man.
All right. I think I mixed up my Australians. Was CJ or Yummy the one who put 3 Australians in his top 15?
It was CJ.
Mixed them up. Okay.
Okay. All right,
After I
chat.
saw that, I was flabbergasted. I
Alright.
thought that was Yummy.
All right, I think chat went stumpy, but there's also honorable mention TBates in there for some reason. I don't know why. Don't know why.
Yes.
Don't know why. All right,
You
we're
can
gonna
add
move
T-Base to the list.
We're gonna move along. We're gonna move along. Can we move over to quick hitters, please? These are gonna be really fast, really fast hits that we hit. FaZe makes top 8. Yes or no? Write it down.
Oh,
Oh.
am I going against my bracket? Hold on.
Hurry
Oh,
up!
we got
Hurry up!
photos.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, Raul.
You see it?
No.
Okay, we
Oh.
don't have time to explain, chat. Yeah, I see what y'all are doing. I got a couple yes, I got a couple no's. We'll keep moving along. What's next, please? Vitality does not make top 8. Oh.
Actually, no, wait.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip. Yes, no. Oh, move chat. What we thinking? No, yes again. We really need the polls going. Alrighty. Next segment. Tokyo Verde gets a series win. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. We gotta know. We gotta know.
I'm
This
about
is
to be
already
like
not
thumbs up, thumbs down at this point.
No.
Okay.
Alrighty, what's next here? Get a region with the most teams in the top 8. Would it be EU, NA, OCE? Pick one, please. Flip. NA. Chat. NA bias. It is what it is.
You should've known
It is
that.
what it
Gary
is.
G, Gary G, Turbo, or Kaydop win the land. One of the 3. What are the chances?
Garrett, wait,
Yes.
what was it? Garrett Turbo.
Garrett is NRG, Envy, or Vitality, basically. Do any of them win tonight? Yes or no?
Oh.
3, 2, 1. Got a yes. Got a yes.
A thumbs up.
A thumbs up.
And
A
a
thumbs up. All right. And lastly, an all NA or EU final. Yes or no? Are we going to see NA versus EU? We're going to see NA versus NA, EU. What are we going to see? We're going to see Amina in there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Guys, I have a yes, but
Wait.
my
Yes.
marker isn't doing too
All
well.
righty. That's the quick hitters you got to hear
Yeah.
from. You might have to go back and
Actually-
flip those.
I'm yes too. I'm flipping it.
All right, you might have to go back and click it. We have a yes, we have a no chat. We actually appreciate y'all participating in this. We're gonna have to get some polls going for y'all. But
Whew.
yeah, definitely moving fast there. Got a little hot. Slater, I now you see why I want you to have the whiteboard for 1 minute over here. We're just gonna keep moving along.
All right, we're going on to our next subtopic, which is our
Make this
final
quick.
topic, and this is going to be our first touch brackets. Koji, I need the full screen. These brackets, this is crazy. So we're gonna start off. I guess we'll do mine first. We'll
Yeah,
start off with mine.
Make it
Uh,
snappy.
Make it snappy. There we go. All right.
We can even see it.
You can't see it.
I can't
Can't
see
see the finals.
The finals? Okay, hold on. I'll move it over. This is the Swiss though right there. As you can see, it's a little crazy, but just to make this a little easier for everybody, I'll
Dang,
zoom in on the
no.
finals.
No minor regions.
And
Hold on.
Vitality out.
Yeah, it's a
Vitality
little.
out of top
Oof.
8. Complexity out of top 8.
we got real bias man here.
There you go.
There it is.
That's his bracket.
That's
All
my
right.
bracket. That's my
Moving-
bracket.
You got Envy versus NRG. All NA final for the Dazerin.
All right.
NRG coming out on top, right?
You know,
Rolls.
'cause I gotta do it like that. You know what I mean? All right. So we're gonna look at Roll Dizz next. Here's
Yup.
his.
It's
This
gonna
is
look
his Swiss.
extremely similar. Hold on.
BDS not
Get to the-
making
get to the
it on
finals.
this?
Nah, BDS, listen. Mark is gonna be going by 8. See you later.
Oh no! Exclamation point! Help!
Help!
This is the bracket.
NVG2 final.
But
Yes,
Envy's taking it. The
sir.
machine, bro.
The
Dap me
machine.
up.
Machine.
Dap me
It is
up.
a turbo land.
Let's
It is a turbo
go.
land.
Raul, I gotta respect that. You already know how basic I go. The Dazerin throwing bases bracket.
All right. With this base Swiss first, we gotta show the Swiss how the teams got there. You know the vibes, and then let me know when you guys are ready for the bracket.
NRG going 3-0.
That's right. No, Happy NRG going 3-1. That's right. You know
Yeah.
why? Because they're playing a machine. And it's Turbo
Oh
Land.
man, oh
It's,
man.
it's Turbo Land. The Dazerin flips to the final bracket. You already know where base is going with this.
There's the final bracket
My
for you.
God. The machine versus G2. We're not even gonna go to the last set.
Oh my
Machine's gonna
goodness.
finish them off into Turbo Land. Turbo Land's gonna step it up no more 4%. A The timer's gonna keep playing like one of the best, and it ain't Miss is gonna step it up, and Turbo will win the first lane coming back. Stockholm will be his. He's coming back home. The machine on top. Nobody can tell me anything else. Oh, I'm ready for this, baby. Let's get it.
That's passion.
That was passion.
Turbo Land, baby. Stay in the chat. Hashtag Turbo Land. Hashtag base number long. I'll see y'all next year.
Well, you better hope you win land, Turbo, or you might just end up back in Sweden. My goodness.
He didn't have to say that. What is going on?
Help.
We got Mark going by 8. We got Turbo stuck in
Turbo
Sweden.
not catching the plane, man.
Catching the plane. This is gonna be like, you might as well stay here, brother.
Hey, where you stay at? He gonna call you an Uber.
Slider, what you got to think about those brackets real fast, man, before we head out, man? What you thinking?
I like the brackets. I think BDS will make top 8. I have NRG G2 in my finals, with NRG taking it 2-1.
2-1. All right, so we got 3 people with G2 in the finals over here. And I beat the Babbert had Envy NRG. Okay,
Yeah, we had 3 people with G2. We had 3 people with Envy in the finals as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we got 2 people with NRG winning, and I think we got 2 people with Envy winning.
Envy winning. That's right.
But as you guys see, it's all in a final. That's
all
all I'm
NA.
All
saying,
NA.
okay?
Sorry,
That's-
you. You're not there.
That is all. That's all we said. But listen, we gotta get there. One more week, and we take it one day at a time. Obviously, Collegiate Rocket League, December 1st to December 2nd. But after that, we're gonna get ready to go right into Sweden. This has been First Touch. This has been a crazy show. We had a lot to talk about. There's definitely a lot that's gonna come out of this, and it has been an absolutely incredible show. We're gonna go from Retals down the line. Any shout outs, any final thoughts you want to make before we close it all up?
Nah, I'm just thank you guys for watching the podcast as always. This is gonna be a good LAN. I'm sad I'm missing it, but I'm excited to watch it. Actually, me and Roll Dizz will be doing a viewing party, so make sure to tune into that.
And you might see Base. You might see Base stop by every once in a while.
Oh, and one more thing. Sorry, Sound's gonna get mad at me, but I will be actually hosting a little tournament with these minor regions if you want to see them. December 6th, Market, Ground Zero, Renegades, Furia, Sandrock. A single elim, $2,000, winner take all. It'll be great.
Oh, he's working.
Check out his Twitter. Check out his Twitter. I believe Retals did tweet that out at Retals. You see it underneath his name. Just want to say shout out and all the people who said I've been hating on Turbo. I've been hating on Turbo. I've been trying to gas him. I'm trying to get him to grind the game so I can see the machine. I want to see the machine win. Turbo Land. Machine on top. I'll see you in January.
My goodness. Yo, shout out to you, Slater. Thank you for being on the show. Gibbs, you too, my man. Hey, Gibbs, dab me up. Yes, sir. And everybody in chat, thank you. We appreciate you. Hey, and I'm excited to watch Rocket League. I'm excited to watch LAN. The first LAN back is back, baby.
That's right. Stockholm is coming back. This has been an incredible year of First Touch. I got to say that we started this in January 25th, and now we're all the way here in November 30th as we are getting ready to kind of close things out. Still, I may have some more stuff in tune for the rest of the year, so definitely make sure to keep it locked in. But on behalf of Roll Dizz, TBates, our guest today, Gibbs, Retals, production, Bento, Koji, Laney, everybody, Chris, everyone who's been helping us out, Corey and Ian from Psionics. Thank you guys so much for watching First Touch. It's been really just a wild journey overall so far. So thank you guys for supporting. Thanks to all our guests for today, and we will see you later. Be safe and take care.